So we are in part 3.
Yay!
We're moving right along. I am so happy about that.
Yes.
What do y'all think about dinosaurs in the Bible? What do y'all think about that?
I think an awful lot of it. There were dinosaurs mentioned on being on the ark. There is evidence throughout the Bible, especially in the very earliest parts of the Old Testament historical writings, of different animals, leviathans, the dragon stuff. So dinosaurs in the Bible are not far-fetched, nor are they off-centered.
Right.
They didn't live 30 million years before man.
Nope.
I don't believe that at all.
The Leviathan is a fire-breathing dragon. Out of his mouth go burning lamps and sparks of fire leap out. What do y'all think about that?
It's in the Bible. It must have happened.
This is history.
Yes, sir.
This is fact.
Out of his nostrils go with smoke. You know, I've seen deacons at Baptist churches do that. Ooh.
Yeah. But you know,
Some preachers
that's
have
that
fire
short
coming
little
out of
bit.
their mouth, too.
Out of his nostrils goeth smoke.
Alright, so in this guy, the 1611, there is a passage in the middle of the Bible called the Apocrypha books. Interesting reading, but it's not scripture, right? But in the addition to Daniel 14, and there was a great dragon in that place, and the Babylonians worshipped the dragon. And the king said to Daniel, "Behold, thou canst not say now that this is not a living God. Adore him therefore.
Daniel said,
I adore the Lord my God." Sounds like Daniel to me. For he is the living God, but that is no living God. But give me leave, permission. You military
and I will kill this dragon
You military people know about that.
without sword or club.
Yeah, go ahead, Don.
But give me leave, which is permission, O king, and I will kill this dragon without sword or club. And the king said, I give thee leave. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair and boiled them together. And he made lumps and put them into the dragon's mouth, and the dragon burst asunder.
Alright, so let's talk about that. The dragon, probably some kind of meat eater, right? Pitch, fat, and hair. What is pitch?
Pitch is oil-based stuff.
Right? And what is fat? Meat.
Fat.
Meat. And hair. So he ate it, he loved it, but it wouldn't digest. And Daniel chapter 1 says that he understood science, which probably means that he doesn't believe that we all came from a rock.
So he makes this stuff. I'd have to do some research on the pitch, fat, and hair combination.
Right.
And they boiled them. And when you boil them, it breaks all that down.
Yeah.
Some chemicals in there.
And I would imagine that it made some type of explosive, probably.
Made lumps.
It probably produced huge gas that split it open.
Put them in the dragon's mouth.
Yeah.
He put them in the dragon's mouth. The dragon ate them, and the dragon burst. And
But do you know why he burst asunder?
why did he burst asunder?
That was the days before Roto-Rooter.
Yeah.
So this is Saddam Hussein down in his area, which he says that he was King Nebuchadnezzar reincarnated.
He said that.
But I have been told, well, this is not
I don't believe that either.
right. I don't think so. I have been told that Saddam means prince. Someone a long time ago used to call him Saddam.
Saddam.
But what's the difference?
Just in the way you say it, I would assume.
Saddam means prince. Saddam means horse's rear end.
Really?
But
That's
in
awesome. That's awesome.
So in Babylon, they would find all kinds of artifacts of dragons. What do you suppose that looks like?
The Ishtar gates.
The ancient Babylon, the city of Babylon, has been rebuilt and is in use today. Now, there's something cool about these. Notice these are old stones, but they're being reused. So, embedded in these elderly stones, there are what could be dragons. You got dragons, lions. We know about lions, right? But a dragon? Interesting. Like I said, we know about dragons. Were they trying to cause a ruckus down there back when they carved these? No. They, more than likely, like you said, they saw them. They saw the dragons. You got the lion, and this is one of the...
That's a good looking dragon.
It is. And the thing is, this is carved in the Babylonian gate. The Ishtar gate.
Interesting.
What do you think, Don?
Well, if I saw that creature and it struck fear in me, I would carve it up there to strike fear in others.
If we don't remember the past, we will repeat the past.
Absolutely.
Oh, I like that.
The 2 dinosaurs there.
Yep. I find it fascinating. The Ishtar gate is full of carvings. And these are older. These aren't the new bricks that you buy at Lowe's or Sears or wherever.
Right.
These are the older ones. And these people are not ignorant, not dumb. They actually saw these things and,
they drew pictures of them. They
everyday life.
described them as best they could in words.
Yes.
We've seen the words in the Bible, but it's not just the Bible.
It's history.
These are found in other writings of biblical times and pre-biblical times.
And this is just a model.
Yeah.
People knew about them 600 BC. Again, like I said before, Adam must have seen dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. You got your average horse right there. Looks like a horse. And a couple of lions and
So you got some long-necked animals, short-necked animals.
Yes.
The horse does look equestrian. The picture there of the horse does absolutely look equestrian. But the other one does not look equestrian. There's no... And what is it? Something we don't have now. It also does not at all appear to me to look like a camel.
Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
He slew a few of them himself, which is just fascinating. Like you said, it's all history. Roman mosaic showing 2 long-necked dragons in 2nd century AD. What do you think? It's crazy. Now that would be necking it.
Yeah, they were necking.
So, on the top left of this mosaic, that was only one of the wonders of the 2nd century world, called the Nile mosaic, Polycentria. Is that how you say it? So, it's got, right here, that's just blown up. It's the evidence of it is, I think, amazing. I think it's just great. Saint George killed a dragon. People saw dragons.
Adapted to their surroundings.
I'm sitting here doing a little studying as we go through this.
Yeah.
And the dragon that Alexander the Great spoke of, that he talked about, the little description we have, it certainly sounds a whole lot like a raptor. Or one of the raptor families of dinosaurs.
Beowulf slew dragons as well.
So Beowulf killed Grendel the dragon.
So the story goes that Beowulf killed Grendel by pulling off one of his small front arms.
And he bled to death.
And the creature bled to death. Y'all recognize this? What are these?
Gargoyles.
I don't know.
Gargoyles.
Those are gargoyles. They were very famous, especially in France.
Yep.
They were used to adorn the tops of buildings, the corner piece of stones of buildings.
Well, gargoyle comes from gruel, meaning to swallow. The root is probably an imitation of the sound while swallowing, and it is also the root for many other English words such as gargle, gurgle, gorge, regurgitate, gullet, and glutton. In 900 AD, an Irish writer told of an animal with iron on his tails, and a head smaller, similar to a horse.
Yeah.
And for scale, you can see him holding it. That's what he'd be swinging at you if you got too close to him.
So this was in the 980?
Yeah.
Right around?
A Viking woodcut of a dragon swallowing man. Sometimes they're in fierce gestures, sometimes they're in friendly gestures. And they used to use dragons to pull their chariots in the parade.
This is what I find interesting, though, as you look at this. Dragon stories, pictures, drawings, sculptures, arts are found in every continent from every time up until at least 1400.
Yeah.
Asia, Southwest Asia.
So why would people put dinosaurs on their castle walls if they'd never seen a real live one?
There you go.
Marco Polo lived in China 17 years, around 1271 AD, and reported that the emperor raised dragons to pull chariots in his parade, like I mentioned before. In 1611, the emperor appointed the post of a royal dragon feeder. Now, why would he have a royal dragon feeder?
I guess you need somebody to feed the dragon.
There you go. Books tell of Chinese families raising dragons to use their blood for medicine. That's interesting. Brass carvings of dinosaurs on the tomb of Richard Bell in 15th century. The cathedral bishop in Cumbria, England. It's just the evidences are out there. Creation. This isn't, and all of this is, some of it's secular material. It's not a creation magazine. A coin from 1587 showing a man slaying a dragon. So why are they putting dragons on their coins if nobody has ever seen them? Here's 1622. And these are coins. This is an old Russian medallion. How would you feel if you were digging up something and you dug that up? That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Here's an old postage stamp. Stamps. Go ahead, Don.
In the city of Nerku,
Nerlu, France.
was renamed in honor of the dragon slain there. It was described as being bigger than an ox and having long, sharp, pointed horns on its head.
What does that look like?
Funny looking horse, if you ask me.
So,
there are carvings on Grand Canyon
yeah.
of dinosaurs.
Carving. Great artists.
And that is, yeah. And that's here. The fact that some prehistoric man made a photograph of a dinosaur on the walls of the Grand Canyon upsets all the theories of evolution.
Here's a simple fact. If dinosaurs became extinct 2 million years before man existed, then how did man see them and draw pictures of them?
Good point.
I mean, this doesn't take rocket science, y'all.
But this upsets them because about a year ago, the photograph of the dinosaurs was shown to scientists of national repute who was then specializing in dinosaurs, and he said this: "It's not a dinosaur, it is impossible, because we know that dinosaurs were extinct for 12 million years before man got here." But wait, hey, Don, check this out. That's 12 million years ago.
Okay.
This guy says 65 million years ago.
Okay.
So these guys say that they went extinct 65
million years
ago. So does other scientists and documentaries. 65 million years ago, T-Rex lived in western...
That was during the time when the moon was right on top of us, because the moon is going further away.
Yep.
So many inches a year.
We're losing it.
65 million years ago, we still got a moon. It must have been right dead on top of us then.
Yeah.
Must have been part of it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just saying.
That's a good point. In 1770, George Buffon said the Earth was 70,000 years old. Now that's a little bit closer. Now, pay attention to this. 1905, the age of the Earth was officially 2 billion years old.
You know what?
What's happening here?
Write a book, say whatever you want.
I think that the world is only... What can I make up today?
You can't put it on Facebook, though.
Oh, no.
They'll fact check.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Take it down.
In 1969, the official age of the Earth and Moon was 3.5 billion years old.
Wow.
That's old. And today's students are taught that it is 4.6 billion years old. That means the Earth has been getting older at the rate of 20 million years per year for at least 220 years. That is 42 years a minute.
Who you gonna believe?
And the evidence is all there. And it is crazy what they see.
Yeah.
What they carved. And these are just I would assume everyday people just going about their business and just, drawing whatever they saw. National Bridges State Park was this picture. And what do you suppose that is?
Something that's newer than 65 billion or 3.5 billion years old.
Yep. And this was a cave painting in Australia. It looks like some kind of
As simple as this, guys, folks. The same scientists speak out of both sides of their mouth. They'll say one thing that says it's 65 million. The same scientist will say something else that is 100% contradictory.
That's error.
So how would they know to draw that thing if it had been dead for 65 million years?
And nobody was there to see it.
Exactly, because men hadn't come about yet.
Right.
It's insanity.
Well, they'll say it's. And normally, I've heard some people say that's aliens drew them.
Yes. Okay.
So we wouldn't know when we got here.
Yep. Blame it on the aliens every single time.
That is a cool picture.
Yep.
You got one of the boys in the belly. Yeah, they his buddy, and so they all mad and they're trying to kill him.
Huh? That's Noah.
Noah?
Okay.
So, no human being has ever seen a live dinosaur. Why did they carve them on cliff walls?
And why do those same scientists have pictures, drawings, or actual pieces of rock with these drawings in their same museum when they say that?
Ever heard of Ica stones?
No.
Have you?
Interesting.
In Peru, they have found people that have carved old artifacts. Yeah, the Nazca lines. Let's see.
Now that I've heard about.
Yeah, about the spider.
It's very, very interesting how, and it's not just there. There are artifacts or remnants of things that you couldn't do with the technology at the time, okay, supposedly, of that age, and yet they exist.
Oh, yeah.
150 feet tall and has 1.5 miles of lines. And yet, these people created this thing. Why would they have created it?
The drawing?
Yeah.
Well, this guy is the rarest of all the spiders. Blind spider found 1,000 miles away in caves in the Amazon. In 1535, the Spanish...
Because there was mention there were stones with strange creatures carved on them. Found in this region of Peru. Why?
Yep.
What's that in his hand right there?
That is the Ica stone.
Okay.
So they would carve old ancient stones, and they named them the Ica stones. If you look, this one that Kent's holding is the old one, and this one is the one that he made for his museum. But I think that one is in his museum in Lenox. Ica stones is very fascinating stuff that they.
Yeah. Like a dragon. Looks like a dinosaur.
Yep. Long neck. Ica stone showing brain surgery. So they knew about tools back then.
Yeah, I don't want nobody operating on my brain now. I really don't think I would have trusted them boys. But I figure you didn't have much choice when they wanted to operate your brain.
Well, they get ready to bleed you out, you're just going to be bled out.
Yep. Just the way it's going to be. Sorry about that, Pat.
Yeah. So you got Ica stones showing even heart surgery.
Really?
That is cool.
That is very cool.
So
That they weren't very successful at, to tell you the truth. They might have tried.
I'm trying, yeah.
The little thing about heart surgery, you usually need to close the wound.
They may just wanted to see what it looked like.
Yeah. And wanted to see how it beat. So they took somebody and cut them open and watched that heartbeat.
See how it is.
Yeah.
That's a lot
There's a
of.
bunch of them.
And Dr. Carl Baugh has two of the stones, some textiles. Over 50,000 Ica stones have been found in Peru.
Wow. 50,000, and yet I've never heard of them. And I mean, I know I can't research everything, but
Yeah.
if you had 50,000 of these stones with the pictures of dragons and or dinosaurs kind of things on them, I hate that I missed out on this. But again, why would the people of Peru have drawn pictures of them that didn't exist? Because they've been gone for over 65 million years.
And that is a long time. And this guy decided to make a big old carving of it.
Very interesting.
There's another big old rock.
North Carolina. Now I've heard about this. This one I haven't heard about in North Carolina. So these are the Cherokee considered them ancient. They look pretty ancient.
Oh yeah.
Quite interesting.
The story goes, he attacked his friend, so the man decided to attack the dragon.
Cut your heart out.
Yeah.
And killed him.
The thing is, the evidence is all
Overwhelming.
there, and it's overwhelming. We can talk for the rest of the night about all the Ica stones. And most of them are gone, like in museums and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they replicate them all of the time. There are circle patterns on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, why would there be circle patterns
On the skin.
on the skin? Maybe because they seen them and they could draw them like that.
Somebody branded them. Had a whole herd of them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is.
And here's dinosaur skin. Again. Oh, and by the way, how can dinosaur skin from 65 to 125 billion years ago, how does that work? There are some with soft tissue, and you can test their actual DNA sample.
Correct. But it's
Yeah.
not 35 or 3.5 billion years old.
Right, but notice that this is a science book, or science is saying this isn't a creation magazine or book that he's quoting here. I think that's saying a lot, that they can analyze that and at least think about soft tissue. Blood sample. Oh, this is pre-Inca Indian, before Inca Peru was ever a thing.
Riding a dinosaur.
You know, like I said, sometimes they're in friendly gestures.
They were trying to domesticate them.
Yeah.
Maybe they did domesticate them.
Well, you see, this one has his head laying on the human's shoulder. You know, they're not all bad. You know,
Right.
they're pottery. with dragons on them. Pottery. Kamami
Mummy,
they wrapped up,
right? And they have
and
dinosaurs on them.
yep, dinosaurs on the bandage. By the way, bandages probably don't fossilize well. Or, they're not fossilize well.
Yeah. Don't
Go
last
away.
forever. They do disintegrate. They do rot away.
Yep. They are teaching now the raptors were
A type of bird, yeah.
birds.
So according to the Natural Museum, History of Natural Museum, okay, it is unlikely relationship, but the humble pigeon is a direct descendant of the group of dinosaurs that also included the mighty T-Rex.
Look at the pigeon, you see a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is not true.
No, it's not at all. And this is the most ridiculous thing this week, okay? What bird did the T-Rex evolve into? The pigeon. Okay. T-Rex died. T-Rex was not a predator. Okay? It was not a fast dinosaur. It did exist. It was a slow dinosaur, and it was a scavenger.
Yep. Well,
Not a predator.
before he was a scavenger, he was vegetarian.
Yeah.
Because everything was vegetarian after the flood.
Yeah. But he was a scavenger. He didn't go out and hunt stuff.
Yep.
He ate stuff.
You got blankets that have fabric that people have replicated, but the original fabric is fossilized.
Well, go back a slide. I'm going to read that a little bit. Can you?
Yes.
Good fabric today, 80 to 100 threads per inch. Parachutes, 100. I know for a fact parachutes are around 200. 696 TPIs.
You have more evidence on dinosaurs than you do on anything else, I think.
Yeah.
Alien, anything else that the unicorn,
Right.
no, it's dinosaurs are the most popular.
So it's pretty cool because the little cartoons and stuff
Yeah.
of kids today are more accurate than the historical records in the Museum of Natural History.
Here's what appears to be a stegosaurus on an old artifact.
Yep. Combro.
The dinosaurs range from 3 inches to 6 feet. Most of them, a lot of them weren't big and massive. Noah brought not the big ones, but he brought the little ones.
Yeah.
And the kinds, too. He didn't bring all the species, all the kinds. So, National Geographic says that no human being has ever seen a live dinosaur. Why did they have them on their fabrics, on their cave paintings, Grand Canyon?
Because they did see them.
Yep.
And scientists are wrong. Their methods are not sound.
And people always try to replicate the images, but I think that is going to be a good place to stop.
Yeah.